My name is Dr. Yvonne Thompson CBE. Over the past 30 years, I've sat on both public and private sector boards. I've been on various committees talking about equality and diversity. I specialise in the equality and diversity arena, particularly on women, minorities and small businesses, and particularly looking at women in the workplace. I've written a book about being on boards. I've interviewed over 100 women, both public and private sector boards, committees, governing bodies. And what I've done is brought that knowledge together, and questions and answers from some of those interviews are some of the points that I will share with you now. Thank you for joining us for the Neds on Board programme. I'm so sorry that we're not able to do this face-to-face and in person, but as we all know, we're in the midst of very uncertain times caused by the unprecedented pandemic by the name of COVID-19. So following government advice, we're doing as much as we possibly can online because we want to ensure that our staff, our colleagues, our suppliers, our audience, and that of course includes you, is kept safe and well. So we'll be doing quite a few things online until further notice. So I've been asked to record a summary of my thoughts of things that you need to think about when you're applying for a board and share some of my experiences. So I want to talk about my combined experiences of being a board member, a woman, and a woman of colour, as well as an entrepreneur. It's quite a mixture. There's so much to think about and learn about being on boards. And one of the best ways of learning is looking at the skills you've already got and actually being on a board and making sure that you learn, you take as much as possible away from that combination. So as an entrepreneur, I have a list of things that I would like to encourage you to think about. And as the Greek philosopher Socrates said, I've not come here to teach you, but I am here to make you think. So there's a list of things that I want you to think about. First and foremost, what kind of organisation are you looking to be part of? What do you want to do? Do you want to be part of a charity, a public sector board, a committee, or even a private sector board? You really have to think about where you want to go and what you want to do. Whatever you choose, make sure that you are able to contribute and commit fully to the time that it's going to take to be part of that organisation. Think about how you will fit in. What do you already do? Can you fit something extra in? How is your family and work-life balance going to work out with you being on a board? What skills and knowledge do you have to bring to that board table or the organisation or company? Do you have skills and knowledge that is clearly missing from that board already that you can actually fill a gap on that board? What are you passionate about? What are you ready to force change for to make the organisation better or to serve your community better? Does the company and its board have the same values as you? You have to make sure of these things before you commit to being on a board. Have you done your research about the company? Have you done your research about who chairs it? Is that the type of person that you would want to be led by? What about the other board members? Would you be able to call on them to be your cheerleader, to back you up should you need that support? What is your approach to being on a board? Do you want to fit in, or do you want to stand out and be a positive disruptor? Who do you need to influence to make a change? Last but not least, what's in it for you? Because there's always an element of what's in it for you. How will you grow from being on that board? What will you learn from being on that board? And are there further learning and developmental opportunities for you? Is there a good networking opportunity so that you can get to know the other board members and they can get to know more about you? Will you grow in confidence? Will you grow in knowledge? Will you be part of a force for good? How will you get your voice heard at this table? Because in the end, it's not about doing a good thing. It's about doing the best thing, the thing that's best for everybody. Because for me, diversity does matter. It gives you diversity of thought. It gives you diversity of culture, diversity of learning, creative diversity. And last but not least, it gets rid of the groupthink. So diversity, inclusion, and equality matters. Diversity is about having access to that room. Inclusion is having a chair at the table, and equality is having your voice heard. I hope I've given you some things to think about. As I said at the beginning, I'm not here to teach you, but I am here to make you think. And I hope at some point we'll have the opportunity to discuss these things further. Hope to see you soon.